Hi, my name is Andy Wakeford. I'm the head of the Food Academy at West Herts College here in Watford, Hertfordshire. Today I'm going to show you how to do a dish which is with potatoes and Jerusalem artichokes. And this is going to be Boulangere, which will be made with onions and vegetable stock. So first thing to talk about the ingredients. Some people might not have seen these before. These are Jerusalem artichokes, one of two artichokes. We also have the globe ones, which grow very tall with flowers and green leaves on the outside, and we tend to use mainly the hearts of those. These are very different. These are more like a potato, and they're a little bit bitter to eat, and the way we prepare them is either with a peeler or with your paring knife. Just take the outside skin away, like this. Now, these vegetables are difficult to keep from going black. So what we use to keep them from going black or grey anyway, we put them into a solution which we call a blanc. Blanc meaning white in French, and literally it's flour whisked with water and then some lemon juice inside. And if you keep the artichokes completely submerged in there, they won't go dark in colour. And if you don't do that, then your dish will be spoiled, really, because the colours will be wrong. So that's the Jerusalem artichokes, for them over there. And I'm going to show you how to just slice a few. So get them dry, and either using your small knife or you can use your big one. We want them to be this sort of thickness here. So they'll cook nicely. They won't be too thin, or they won't be too thick either. So we're going to cook it into a tray. So here I have some butter, which I've melted, with some chopped garlic, and I'm going to line my tin all the way round. This will help the flavour, but also it'll stop the potatoes from sticking to the bottom of the dish. So just like that. Pinch of pepper on the bottom and a pinch of salt. So then to construct my dish. So we'll start with some potatoes. And what we want to do is layer them along in a straight line. Like that. And then we'll do some artichokes. Some more potatoes. Artichokes. Then here I have some onions which I slowly softened. I don't want too much colour, but just to help the process along of cooking. A little bit of oil, and just left them for 10-15 minutes just to soften. And we put some of those in the layer in between, and then some more vegetables. Start to build your layers again. Artichokes. One more layer of each. The artichokes are a little bit smaller than the potato. That's just the way it is, unfortunately. Can't do too much about that. But it will be fine once it's cooked. And then finish with your onions. Pinch more salt and pepper. And then cover it with warm stock. Like that. And the last thing I'm going to do is put some butter, just to give it a little bit of richness and help the colour to form. So not always necessary to do this, but I think it looks nice on the top of the dish. And that's going to go into the oven for approximately an hour. This isn't a traditional way of doing a boulangere. The boulangere would have traditionally been done with potatoes and onions. And the history of the dish is in France. The boulangerie, the bakers, would be in the small villages, and they would work from, say, midnight through till 6, 7 o'clock in the morning making bread, and the residual heat from the ovens would last for several hours. So the ladies of the village would come down and buy their bread and pop their dish of boulangere into the oven, leave it for a couple of hours, and that was their husband's tea when he came home from work in the afternoon or the evening. And also you may find that you've heard of a Lancashire hot pot, which is the same type of thing. It's basically a boulangere potato with some lamb inside, either neck chops or just diced lamb, and the same sort of process happens there. So I'm going to pop this into my oven for 45 minutes, and we'll have a look and see how it's doing. I'll press it down part way through the cooking to make sure that all of my potatoes are moist, and then we'll just let it finish to be a little bit crispy on top with the butter. Okay. Boulangere of potato and Jerusalem artichoke from the oven. It's been in there approximately 45 minutes, maybe a little bit longer, nearly an hour. The stock has nicely reduced. The onions have got nice and crispy and brown, and the vegetables take a knife, both of them, so that's good. I'm just going to finish that with a shine, put a little bit of melted butter on top, and that should be good to go then. So just all the way along, so that gets a nice shine, and that looks delicious. So there we go.